see. So you don't intend putting a mirror up? Well, you don't, do you? Looking at you, I can understand why. You haven't changed it. It's slimy and disgusting. This is the stuff they used to take nits out of your hair. What do you think I am? Oh, Frank. Every day's an age without you. We're so close, you've no idea. My Frank. Always.
Frank.
The play you're seeing is based on the trial of a murder case and treats the facts of violent death as frankly as they were treated in the original court. Details of the trial have been condensed from contemporary sources, but scenes outside the courtroom are a mixture of fact and conjecture. Hogg, Frank Hogg, a name to summon up the monumental, all-consuming, deadly passion of Mary Eleanor Piery.
Yes.
Hard bed, gaunt table, stool, a plate, a mug, a Bible. It's December 1890. Mary Eleanor is on trial for murder at the age of 24.
I knew him long before she poked her nose in.
The body of a young woman had been discovered on the edge of a Hampstead building site one cold Friday evening.
Well, he never belonged to her. Not really.
The woman lay strangely twisted, her head savagely battered, bent grotesquely. Not surprisingly, it was all but severed from the body. Gouts of blood had congealed over the dead woman's face and clothes, right down to her shoes.
I had more right to him. He understands.
After what you did. After what you did to them.
Yes, go on. You've got me burning already, haven't you? Well, you better be careful what you say.
Slattern.
Mary Eleanor watched the whole of her trial in silence. The law at the time forbade her giving evidence on her own account, but she never wavered in her plea of not guilty. The discovery of the body, so frenziedly butchered, was headlined in the papers the following morning, a Saturday, but the police had been unable to identify the woman. She was wearing an imitation Astrakhan jacket, black cashmere dress, and underclothes with the initials PH picked out in red cotton. Frank Hogg's sister, Clara, read the newspaper report with mounting dread.
Yes, your brother's wife, Phoebe, having left home at 3 o'clock on the Friday afternoon.
I waved her off.
You, your brother, and Mrs. Hogg, the deceased, were all living together in the same lodging house at 141 Prince of Wales Road, Kentish Town.
And our mother, yes.
And your mother.
Well, why not? We all got on ever so well together. Yes, just waved them off.
Them?
Phoebe and the baby.
Oh, I see, yes.
In the perambulator. She was wearing a brown pelisse and a little beaver bonnet on, tied with a blue ribbon. Thought the world of her, Frank and Phoebe did.
Did Mrs. Hogg say where she was going?
Well, naturally enough, I thought it was Rickmansworth.
Why Rickmansworth?
Well, her father lived out there. He'd been taken ill a week, and real bad he was. Well, when Phoebe didn't come home on the Friday, we weren't specially worried, thinking she'd stop the night.
We?
Frank and me.
Oh, yes, I see. Please go on, Miss Hogg.
Well, early Saturday morning, Frank goes over to Rickmansworth and finds Phoebe hadn't been there at all. When he came back, I showed him the newspaper.
What?
That's when he asked me to go over to Mary Eleanor's. Well, see if Phoebe had been there.
The prisoner, Mrs. Piercy, lived locally.
A few minutes away. She had the first floor rooms of a house in Priory Street.
And she was a friend of the family.
We've been familiar a long time.
Yes. Oh, go on, Miss Hogg.
Well, Mary Eleanor starts off saying she hadn't seen Phoebe at all the day before. Well, it was the way she said it, not looking at me straight. Well, I kept on at her. Had she seen her? Had Phoebe been visiting? And then she admitted it.
Admitted what?
Well, as you press me, she says, Phoebe did come over unexpected last evening. Asked if I could mind baby for a while.
Oh, I see.
And then Phoebe's supposed to have asked her if she could borrow some money off of her. Well, I didn't believe that either.
Why not?
Oh, Phoebe never borrowed. Not so much as a halfpenny. I know for a fact she had 2 shillings in her purse that Friday. Oh, Frank never kept her short.
So you felt that the prisoner, Mrs. Piercy, was making all this up?
Made me think the worst, didn't it?
The worst?
Cold shiver ran right through me. I made up my mind there and then to get her to come with me. To the mortuary.
To see if the body of the dead woman was or was not that of Mrs. Hogg.
Well, I could never have gone on my own. Never.
And the prisoner agreed to accompany you?
Oh, yeah. Turned away sharp. Of course I'll come with you, my dear. Of course I will.
Now, Miss Hogg, take your time and tell the court what happened at the mortuary.
Well, we couldn't tell when they showed us the body. I mean, because of the face, it was caked with it. Dried blood and dirt.
What about the clothes?
Oh, yeah, they were Phoebe's. There's a black jacket and a dress and her initials underneath. She wouldn't have it. Can't be her. Come away. It can't be her.
That's what Mrs. Piercy said.
Pulling and pulling at me. It isn't her, Clara. Come away. It isn't her. Don't drag me, I said. For God's sake, stop dragging me. You were, Mary Eleanor. You know you were.
Miss Hogg, just tell the court what happened next.
The police inspector washed Phoebe's face. He washed and washed. Hair was stuck over her eyes. The blood was black and hard. You could hear the cloth slipping and sliding over it. Her face started to come out. It was thin and white. Her mouth had no colour. Just these dark red lines between her teeth where the blood...
It was Mrs. Hogg.
Her neck. Cut right through. There's nothing there.
Thank you, Miss Hogg.
Miss Hogg. Miss Hogg, do you feel as if...
I'm all right.
Did your brother Frank say why he sent you to Mrs. Piercy's house on that Saturday morning? He was concerned about his wife, Phoebe, wasn't he?
Well, of course he was.
Then why didn't he go himself? Did he give any reason why he didn't want to go himself? Any indication at all? Miss Hogg?
No, I can't remember.
Miss Hogg, the prisoner did not show any hesitation at all about visiting the mortuary with you, did she?
No.
No, nor did she appear disturbed by anything she might see there.
No.
Now, Miss Hogg, were you aware of a relationship between the prisoner and your brother Frank? Miss Hogg?
There's too much chit-chat goes on by people who should be minding their own business.
Were you aware of a relationship between the prisoner and your brother Frank?
Mary Eleanor was a friend of the family. How would I know? There's the usual talk. It's what you have to put up with if you live in Kentish Town.
The prisoner is a friend of the family. And she was a friend of the deceased Mrs. Hogg, too.
Yes?
Yeah. Did you ever see Mrs. Piercy show any jealousy or enmity towards the deceased?
No.
Is it not a fact that Mrs. Piercy actually nursed Mrs. Hogg through an illness earlier this year?
Yes?
The two of them being on the best of terms.
Yes, but...
Yes. Mrs. Piercy being of an affectionate and kindly disposition where Mrs. Hogg is concerned.
Well, on the surface, yes.
Oh. On the surface, Miss Hogg. Well, if something was going on beneath the surface, don't you think you'd better tell us about it?
Phoebe's sister, a certain Martha Stiles, put the relationship between Phoebe and Mary Eleanor Piercy in a rather different light.
Your sister was worried.
Yes, oh yes. Always in a state was our Phoebe when she come over to see me.
And where was that?
Oh, over Egham, where I do my domestic. I don't know what she's got, that Mrs. Piercy. Seemed to have Phoebe on a piece of string.
Did the deceased Mrs. Hogg ever say she suspected there might be something between her husband and the prisoner?
She was afraid to think, that's what. Too crafty and cunning for her, the pair of them was. Well, he was no good for that, Frank, not a bit of good. He got our Phoebe, you know, the baby. She won't even promise to him.
Mrs. Hogg was expecting a child by Frank before they married.
Right. Too handy with it by half he was. She wouldn't have had him else. What, go and live with his tribe? Brought our Phoebe right down. Well, I'm sure she never had proper food. Well, no, she had an abscess, don't you?
Mrs. Hogg was not strong then.
No. Took a lot out of her just coming over to see me. She always had to come to me because Frank forbid me to visit her in Kentish Town. I told him a few own truth, that's why. Oh, yes, you don't know half. Phoebe, poor love, all alone with his lot in them lodgings, no one to
Miss
turn
Stiles,
to,
I
no
must
one
ask you
except...
to confine
and
yourself to
all
answering
the
my
time
question.
her and Frank going at it behind our Phoebe's back. Wickedness was a brewing, I could smell it. Well, I'll tell you
Miss Stiles,
something.
Miss Stiles,
Our
I must
Phoebe'd
ask
never
you
go
to
out anywhere
confine
alone
yourself-
with her. There
Miss
was one
Stiles.
day...
Miss Stiles, I know this is a most distressing experience for you, but you must listen to counsel and answer his questions. You must not volunteer things you were not asked about. Now, do you understand?
My lord, do you know whether the prisoner was in the habit of sending notes to the deceased?
Sent her one on the Thursday, I saw it.
The day before Mrs. Hogg died?
Yes. Dearest, come round this afternoon and bring our little darling baby, don't fail.
And did Mrs. Hogg go?
No, she'd already promised to come out Egham to see me.
I was on my way to the farrier's shop under the railway.
Priory Street.
John Charles Piercy, carpenter and joiner, who worked in the Kentish town area. A man who had no love left for the woman and the dog.
And where did you meet Mrs. Piercy?
Mary Eleanor was just standing there by a gate. Real queer. All the window blinds were drawn and she was waiting there for somebody. Ever so still and patient. I asked her what was the matter and she gave me some cock and bull story about her brother dying. I never even knew she had a brother.
And this was the Thursday, the day before Mrs. Hogg died?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Piercy, you've known the prisoner, Mrs. Piercy, some time.
A few years, yeah.
You are not her husband.
No. She's just using my name. That's the price I paid.
Could you explain that?
Well, we used to...
You cohabited with her?
At one time, yeah. She's called herself Mrs. Piercy ever since. Won't let go. Once she gets her claws into somebody, she never lets go.
Now, we just want to know what you heard or saw. We do not want any of your observations.
My lord, to your knowledge, the prisoner never married?
Her name's Wheeler. Mary Eleanor Wheeler.
Wheeler. Why did you cease to live with her, Mr. Piercy?
Because I wasn't the only one she had.
To whom are you referring?
Well, Frank Hogg, for one. She'd taken up with him, all right. I caught them one night together upstairs at the King's Head.
I see. Do you know how Mrs. Piercy, Miss Wheeler, lives now?
Provided for by some gent or other, I've no doubt.
I was all ready for Phoebe on the Thursday. Tea laid out. Blinds drawn. It was her funeral. Frank and me had made up our minds. We'd made up our minds. No, not to do her in. Frank was leaving her. At last, he was finally leaving her. I was to tell her. We were getting out of Kentish Town for good. Well, it was more mine than hers, under God. Bought her a gold ring. Well, he had to, didn't he? Looking at mine, smoking sideways because it was only brass. I caught her. Never once did she ask who my Mr. Piercy was. Never once came out with it. Was I on the loose? Was I? No, my Sally come out so far. He'd come, my Frank. He'd come to see me. He'd come if they let him. Well, nobody was going to separate us, nobody. We swore it.
Tell her about the permit. Go on. You can't be so...
You asked for a visiting permit. Send it to him.
Mary Eleanor Piercy and Phoebe Hogg did not meet on the Thursday. A local boy told the court how on Friday he delivered a note to Phoebe Hogg at her lodgings.
And you say this lady approached you with a note?
Number 141. Pull the bell 3 times and give it to Mrs. Frank Hogg.
Now, are you sure it was Mrs. Frank Hogg?
Mrs. Frank Hogg, and here's a penny fare. Honest, that's gospel. There ain't no more.
Billy was unshakable. That same day at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Phoebe Hogg waved her goodbyes to Clara as she left Prince of Wales Road with her baby daughter in the perambulator. This was seen standing empty in Mrs. Piercy's hallway in the late afternoon, but had disappeared during the evening. Witnesses now pieced together an awesome journey across London by the prisoner after dark. Mrs. Piercy, bent almost double over the white china handle of a loaded, covered perambulator, pushed tirelessly towards Hampstead. Not the usual well-gloved and ladylike Mrs. Piercy everyone knew, but a sad, dishevelled figure, eyes hunting to and fro amid the evening crowds. Neighbours told of noises throughout the night from Mrs. Piercy's rooms, people moving about, the shifting of furniture, cleaning and scrubbing.
He was crazy about cards.
Frank?
Father. Cards, that's my abiding memory of him. Hands big and thick on the parlour table playing cards. I must have been 13 or 14.
8 of spades?
Oh, you don't know. You don't know he's here in the air, Father. Never leaves my side, not now. You've got your father in your girl. Mother always said it. Especially when I was up to something. He was hanged.
That isn't funny, Mary Eleanor.
Mary was a little lamb. Her skin was white as snow. And everywhere her father went was Mary sure to go. Anything else for you, Mrs. Piercy? Can I do anything more for you, Mrs. Piercy? After all, you're the one who's going to be.
Sign the visiting permit, Wheeler.
What do you know, fish eyes? Respectable. I'm a respectable
Mary Eleanor!
It's her! Who does she think she's looking at? Some common street trollop? Oh, she's missed out on it. What a shame. He's wanting. Desperate, wondering if he's coming. Wanting and wondering. Squirming inside. Legs itching so you can't keep still. And then the key in the lock. He's here. His stomach stops racing. He's here and you know he shouldn't be. And it's 6 big gins down at the King's Head. It's walking on air, taken away on wings. Oh, Frank.
Kept tart.
Come on now. Come on.
So I must write him a letter. He loves my little notes. They do, men, don't they? Like us to want them. Torment us. He'll see when he comes. He'll understand. He's tender as an angel. You've no idea.
At the mortuary was most material to progress being made in this case, so she was very distraught.
Yes, Inspector. Where did you go when you left the mortuary?
I went to the police station accompanied by Miss Clara Hogg, and there in my presence she identified a perambulator that had just been recovered as belonging to the deceased Phoebe Hogg, the same perambulator with which she set off with the day before.
I see.
It was discovered in St. John's Wood, just over a mile from where the deceased's body was found. It was saturated in blood, sir. The handle was broken and a nut missing. We ascertained that such a nut found near the deceased's body fitted exactly into place.
And I believe, Inspector, that the baby was found the following day.
Yeah, on a piece of waste ground off the Finchley Road, sir. There were no marks of violence, death by suffocation or exposure.
Yes, go on.
I then searched the deceased's husband, Frank Hogg, sir. There was something about his demeanour.
Something about his demeanour?
Well, he wouldn't look me straight in the eye, my lord. He was jumpy, just like the prisoner had been at the mortuary.
You searched him?
Yes, my lord. There was a latch key in his pocket, and as a result of information given to me about that key, I went to Priory Street, where I understood the prisoner was living.
Yeah.
My lord, did you see the prisoner?
Yes, sir. I said to her, I understand that this latch key, which we found in the possession of Mr. Frank Hogg, understand this latchkey, which we found in the possession of Mr. Frank Hogg, is a key to your rooms, and I would like to search them if I may. And, well, she said she didn't have any objections, sir.
None at all?
None at all, sir.
Go on, Inspector.
Well, it was like a slaughterhouse. I've never seen anything like it in the...
Just tell us what you saw,
25
Inspector.
years I've been in the force. The state of the rooms, my lord, was consistent with a violent struggle having taken place. Lying beside the fender, I discovered a poker, which on examination revealed clots of blood and hair. In the kitchen drawer, I found a carving knife which bore traces of
Exhibits
blood.
1 and 2, please. Is that the knife and poker?
Yes, sir, those are the ones.
Go on.
In a bath in the washhouse, I found a rug and a set of curtains. The rug was saturated with paraffin, but traces of blood were clearly visible. In the dustbin, I found a button
Yes, Exhibit 3, please. Is that the button, Inspector?
Yes, sir, that's it.
Go on.
Embossed with a classical figure playing a lyra. It corresponds with those on the jacket of the deceased, one of which was missing from the sleeve.
Inspector, where was the prisoner when you and your officers were searching her rooms?
Sitting at the piano in the parlour, sir. Whistling.
Whistling?
Yes, sir. She seemed to be miles away. I said to her, "What have you been doing to get this place in such a state?" And she made no reply. She just turned away from me and ran her hands up and down the keys of the piano and started playing Three Blind Mice. Yes, sir, the nursery tune. She chanted it over and over again as if she hadn't got a care in the world. Killing mice, killing mice, killing mice.
And then, Inspector?
I observed her hands as they ran up and down the keys of the piano, sir. The backs were severely scratched.
I see.
The prisoner accompanied me back to the police station. We searched her and found traces of blood on the clothes she was wearing. She said she suffered from a nosebleed recently.
Inspector, we know that it is not possible to distinguish with any accuracy between the blood of mammals. But in your opinion, was the amount of blood you found in the prisoner's rooms consistent with what she had said about it?
Killing mice, my lord? No, never.
Well, this nosebleed.
No, my lord, no.
Carry on.
Did you notice whether the prisoner was wearing a wedding ring?
2 wedding rings, sir.
2?
2 wedding rings on one finger, so one of brass and one of gold. The fingers of the deceased carried no wedding ring when we found only the mark of where one had been. This mark corresponded exactly to the second gold wedding ring on the prisoner's finger.
Thank you, Inspector.
Inspector, look at the prisoner, Mrs. Piercy.
Sir?
Just look at her.
Sir?
The amount of force required to inflict such terrible injuries on the dead woman would have been enormous.
Sir?
In completely severing the vertebrae, for instance.
Sir?
Do you think it likely that a woman of Mrs. Piercy's slight stature could have carried out such an act unassisted? Well? Inspector?
I frankly think not so.
Thank you. And this alleged perambulator expedition across London, wouldn't that have required enormous strength?
There is no evidence to connect anyone else with this crime, sir.
Enormous strength, Inspector.
Yes, sir.
The case for the prosecution assumes, does it not, that the deceased, a fully grown woman, would have fitted physically inside the perambulator and her body disguised. Her child, too.
Well, we made sure of that, sir.
Did you?
Yes, sir. I myself got into the perambulator. It proved quite possible to cover me up and wheel me about, and it would have been even simpler in the case of the deceased because her head, practically severed as it was, would have doubled right back.
Hildegard felt so helpless. A tiny straw whirled along.
Why didn't Phoebe come on the Thursday? Why? The silly little bit. No. I'm glad she didn't. Drawn blinds. Oh, it can't be nice. nasty like that to anybody. It's not my nature. No. I'll do it on the Friday. I'll tell her about you and me, Frank. Over tea, nicely as I could.
Did he truly understand the secret yearning of her heart? Lady Hildegard watched as the gardeners brought in fat red apples by the bushel.
Frank! She had to go on about you the moment she set foot through the door. How she'd had it all out with you the night before. How you were staying on with her. Well, that's why she agreed to come, make sure I knew. I blackmailed you with that baby.
Trying to read to you? I'm not supposed to be reading this, you know. She could report us. She thought of her own barren life, dry as the dust of summer. Was it a child she wanted? A male child?
I'll just go round the corner and buy a nice new loaf, says Phoebe. I won't be 5 minutes. Phoebe and her precious fresh bread leaving that baby like that.
Would you rather finish your letter?
Used to sleep in a cot I kept specially. My son has got to mind her if Phoebe went off visiting somewhere. I wouldn't have done to let Frank know. Eyes wide as sapphires staring up at me. The image of Frank's, when he'd be lying there waiting for me if I was late home.
Autumn
Of Frank's eyes and her face. Phoebe's face and nose and mouth grinning.
Autumn would drift into Christmas time.
Just took my Frank off me, and there she was, laughing.
Binding them together forever. Or
Shake that grin off her silly face. Telling me my Frank wasn't screaming and bawling. Get rid of that face. Those eyes. That's better. Up into her head. Gone.
She would drink bitter wine at an empty table.
Baby. By the door standing. Stupid smelling of her idiot cottage loaf. Carving knife ready to cut. Squeaking so high when she saw the pillow over the baby's. So funny she was. Squeaking and running at me with a knife.
Are you listening to me, dreamer?
It was a mouse, that's all. Nothing. Nothing really. Phoebe had nothing. Nothing except my Frank. And she wouldn't have had him if it wasn't for that poor little soul. Oh, Frank, you shouldn't have been so soft. I'll tell him when he comes. We'd been run away now like a romance. He'll have a gold ring, he said. Never mind that old brass thing. Oh, Frank, I hate to think that I've given you cause to grieve. How could I love you too much?
Why don't you finish your letter?
Oh, Frank, I do so long to see you. You must be strong, Frank. A man should be stronger than a woman.
So you arrived home that Friday evening about 9 o'clock, after a day's work furniture removing.
Yes.
You must have been tired.
Yes.
Your wife, Phoebe, was not at home.
No, she'd left me a note. My supper was in the saucepan. Mutton broth and potatoes. We agreed if her father got worse, she'd go and visit him. That's where I thought she'd...
Well, go on.
Well, I hadn't much else to do, so I...
Hogg, speak clearly and answer counsel. I want to know your part in this whole sorry affair. You hear me, Hogg?
Yes, sir, your lord.
Well, come on, then.
I went downstairs to speak to my mother, and then I went around to...
You visited the prisoners at Mrs. Pierce's house?
Yes, sir.
At what time was this?
It's just after 10, sir.
Just after 10 o'clock that evening.
Yes, sir.
And why did you visit Mrs. Piercy at such a late hour? We had better ask the question, had we not?
Well, I hadn't called to see her for some days, and
Opportunity alleviating your fatigue with remarkable swiftness. Go on, Hogg.
I let myself in. Mary Eleanor had given me a key. I went into the back parlour as
usual?
As usual. She wasn't there, just a lamp burning next to the curtain.
Well on. You went straight into this room and no other.
Yes.
Was this the prisoner's living room?
No, she used it as a bedroom.
Oh. Was everything as it should be in this bedroom?
How do you mean?
Well, did it appear as it always had? Nothing out of place or broken?
You're leading, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Fulton.
My lord. The prisoner had left a solitary light burning.
Well, it was arranged. If she left a small lamp, she wouldn't be back till late.
So what did you do?
I found an old envelope on the mantelpiece and I wrote Mary Eleanor a message on it. 10:20, cannot stop.
And then you left?
Yes.
Seeing nobody?
Nobody.
And you went straight home to 141 Prince of Wales Road?
Yes, sir. Well, Phoebe might have been coming back any minute. Phoebe was never that late back, what with the baby and all. I lay on my bed in my clothes. I don't know how long. Well, it's not that safe that time of night round Kentish Town. Anything could have happened to them. Anything.
Mr. Hogg, did you and your wife, Phoebe, ever quarrel about her meeting Mrs. Piercy?
Well, they were friends. There's no reason why they shouldn't meet.
No reason at all, apart from your relationship with the prisoner. You didn't want them to meet because your wife might have found out the truth about you and Mrs. Piercy. Well?
I never knew they had been visiting each other. Not recently.
No, Mr. Hogg. Your wife was expecting a child when you married?
Yes.
You had no objection to marrying?
No.
You're sure?
Yes.
But you already knew Mrs. Piercy, did you not?
Yes.
You are on intimate terms with her at this time?
No.
You are under oath, Mr. Hogg.
Well, it depends what you mean by...
I would have thought it was patently obvious for a man of your experience.
My lord, as you are aware, I hold a watching brief in this case for the Hogg family. May I, with respect, ask your lordship and learned counsel to bear in mind that Mr. Hogg has lost both his wife and child in this awful business. This innocent man has already received injuries outside this court at the hands of an ill-informed mob of persons. He has suffered grievously.
We are obliged to you, Mr. Gray. But may I ask you to bear in mind that a watching brief does not give you locus standi to address this court.
I don't envy you your watching brief.
Mr. Hogg, I put it to you that you were on intimate terms with Mrs. Piercy at the time you married the deceased, your wife.
I might have kissed her in friendship.
Did you tell the prisoner you loved her?
Yes.
She wrote you several letters, did she not?
Yes.
Yes. There are some passages I would like to read, my lord.
By all means.
See, Frank, I know now. When Phoebe sat at my table, she lied when she said that you were both going to stay forever with a little baby. You promised her, Frank. Promised her till death you'd never leave her, not for anything. I think she knew, Frank. I think she guessed about us. She was lying, wasn't she, Frank? No, darling. Oh, you always was deep. You'd only said it to keep her quiet till we slipped off. And I go. But it was all for you. All for you. Oh, my poor darling. The agonies I've caused you. And how they piled it on in the court. The time's so long, but the day's so short. Every minute's an hour waiting for you. You will come soon, darling Frank. You will.
I would see you married 50 times over. Yes, I could bear that far better than parting with you forever. I love you with all my heart, and I will love her because she will belong to you. How can I prove to you that I do love you very dearly? If there is anything I can do to prove it, I promise you it shall be done. You have more power over me than anyone on earth. Mr. Hogg, do you mean to say that at the time of that letter there was no intimacy between you and Mrs. Piercy?
No.
You never held out any prospect of marriage to her?
No.
Mrs. Piercy never wanted you to marry her, did she?
No.
No, indeed. Mrs. Piercy accepted her place as your mistress, did she not? I will love her because she will belong to you. Which brings us to you, Mr. Hogg. You who had more power over the prisoner than anyone on earth. Did you ever plan to leave your wife for her?
No, I did.
On your oath, Mr. Hogg, did you ever contemplate a course of action whereby you might become free?
No.
Not, shall we say, running away with Mrs. Piercy?
No.
Your wife forced you to marry her, didn't she, Mr. Hogg? You quarrelled with her and with her family. She came to represent everything that stood between you and your slice of forbidden fruit.
No.
You see, Mr. Hogg, I cannot accept that Mrs. Piercy shall be sitting up there to answer for a crime
My
that
lord,
you...
I object most strongly to this attempt to implicate the witness. The facts of the case show
Mr.
that
Brain,
Mr.
if you
Hogg...
cannot keep quiet, you will have to leave this court. Mr. Hutton, you may continue.
My lord, when you returned from the prisoner's empty house on that Friday evening, you say you lay on your bed fully dressed.
Hogg!
Yes, look.
Did you stay there? Did you stay there?
On the bed, yes.
Fully dressed? You didn't go out a second time?
No, I didn't.
Not to pay a second more rewarding visit to your mistress? Wasn't it obvious by now that Phoebe had decided to stay at her sick father's house for the night?
No.
The court has been told of much noise, clearing up, toing and froing in Mrs. Piercy's rooms that night. I ask you again, did you go out a second time?
In the morning, I went to Rickmansworth. See if Phoebe was still there. Bring her back.
Don't believe it the way you read it. Don't you think I could tell?
I have read it twice, Mary Eleanor.
That's enough, Wheeler. She'll do that. You know these books are forbidden.
For goodness sake, leave her alone.
Rules are rules. I've told you
Soon
before.
she won't be any more trouble to anybody or break any more rules.
Things do happen. They can happen, wonderful things. I could give her one in the eye. Somebody quite near with a face like a cowpat.
Mary Eleanor, shh.
Married I am. Respectable.
Oh, go on with you.
All right, I know.
It's another of your stories.
Like father, you mean?
Mary Eleanor, don't.
If I let you into something, promise you won't tell anybody. Anybody. I'm not even going to tell my Frank. Go on, promise.
Promise.
God's honour.
God's honour.
Cross your heart and hope to die.
Cross my heart and hope to die.
You know what my name really is?
Wheeler.
Pascal. Mary Eleanor Pascal. Married lady. Oh, yes, I haven't always lived in Kentish Town. I used to reside in Piccadilly. Married there in chambers. Oh, yes. A Spanish gentleman with a lot of business here. Manuel Enrique Carlos Pascal. We was married on the quiet in the presence of his valet. By a proper clergyman in purple and white with a crucifix. I was only 18. See? See?
Mary Eleanor.
I swore to keep it a secret. Didn't even tell my mother. It was promised back home, you see. But when he met me, in my satin cloak and pleats, didn't I cut a figure? Oh, yes. We was just made for each other. Said he'd never go back. But he did. He just disappeared one day. Never had a baby or anything. Only a money order sent through the post office. And then that... Oh, what men have brought me to. What men have brought me to.
Somebody to see you, Wheeler. Well, who else would it be? Mary. Mary.
How are you then, dear? Are they treating you? Not wanting for anything, is she? Did you think I'd come?
You weren't in the court.
No, I wasn't.
I thought it was Frank. Is everybody at home, the family? Are they well?
How did it happen, Mary Ellen? How could it? Honest and truthful now. Don't fret now. For your own sake, dear, don't be afraid to tell me. It won't make any difference to the way I feel.
Remember, I did what I said from the first.
Of course you would. I told the solicitor about your tantrums.
No! I don't have tantrums.
It'll help. Grounds. Good grounds.
I don't have fits. I've never had fits.
Cross you and you'd boil up like a pot. Screaming tempers stay in you. Yes, they do. Never a bit of trouble in the family till this. Marked you out, God has.
Like father.
Yeah. Willed everything's over to the solicitor.
Burned his clothes. I know. Sold his chair, threw away his tobacco tray and table, the one he loved playing cards on.
I don't know why you couldn't have willed everything over to me.
Australia. As if he'd go to Australia and leave us all.
First all I likes. And that garnet brooch given you by goodness knows who. Solicitor says I can have them.
I'll slap my face if I so much as mention my father's name. When I was 14. 14!
And you knew everything, didn't you? Oh, you knew all about men.
Well, you can't slap my face now.
Never were up to much.
Now, we've both done a murder, haven't we?
Have you now?
Wouldn't you like to know? The fight. After that card game. That man. You think you can bear it forever? Well, you can't. What do you think I did all on my own? Wherever had I been all that day in the rain? How did I get so soaked? Well, it was a long way to the prison and I walked every step. They ran the black flag up for him, if you want to know, and pinned a piece of paper to the prison gate. I couldn't read the name after all that because the rain had run it away. But I knew it was him, though. Father.
Runs in your veins, don't it? You like him and you're roused.
You've done your best, but you never got shut of him. Lying in bed at night, I could hear him long after, tapping his pipe out in the fire gate, clearing his throat like he always did.
Fed full of tubpenny halfpenny rubbish, you silly little fool. 2 peas in a pod you were. Never tried to improve himself. His cards, his drinking, his flare-ups, and then that fight. Shaming me. Forcing me to move house. Oh, you've no idea. Me who's lived local all my life with all my friends around me.
You never listened anymore.
And now I'm going to have to do it all over again.
Oh, not from that day to this. Not like my Frank. Well, he listens.
You're worthless.
Oh, when he comes, I'll tell him.
Frank Hogg. You think he's coming in here to walk all over you? Oh, you want to ask forgiveness for anything you've done. Your father did that. Went and wrote to the widow the man he'd done in. Asked him to forgive us, his family. Pray for us, his family. Pray we be protected. Pray sin wouldn't be committed on us.
Frank, understand.
5 minutes round here and you'd admit to pinching the crown jewels. He's nothing, you simple little nothing, like you. Weak as water. And you, look at you, fretting after him like a bitch in season.
You think you can stop my Frank?
I've attended to your precious Frank. You'll see.
We had no defense witnesses. If we could establish even now that there was an accomplice, a man, perhaps? Remember what our Mr. Hutton was saying in court. Mary Eleanor, listen, please. Someone who knows what happened that night. Someone who helped you. Frank Hogg, he's getting away with...
You leave Frank alone.
I'm talking about a reprieve, but you've got to help. There must be facts we can lay before the Home Secretary.
I've told you all I'm going to about Frank.
What ascendancy has he over you, Mary Eleanor? What power? Mary, Frank has sold the perambulator. Listen. He sold it to Madame Tussauds for £50. Yes, Mary. That's where they're going to put you unless you tell me more.
No! No, 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 no! No! Mary, no! Leave him. Go. Leave him. Come on.
No. Wait. Your letter to Frank, returned unopened. Your mother paid him a visit. Now, tell me about Frank Hogg.
He's not coming. He's not coming.
No more. That's the end.
Wait. There is something. Pen and paper. What's the capital city of Spain?
Madrid.
Madrid. Nice. Put this in the newspapers there. Afterwards.
Madrid.
The personal columns.
MECP. Last wish of MEW. Have not betrayed. Last wish of Mary Eleanor Wheeler.
That's right.
MECP?
I do not betray anybody. All for you. All for you. All for you.
One of many instances of the terrible results of persons giving way to prurient and indecent lust. You have become a person of so little moral sense that eventually you have become an instrument, and a willing instrument, in taking away the life of a woman whose only offense toward you was that she was married to a man upon whom you had set your unholy passion. Prisoner at the bar, you will be taken hence to a place of lawful imprisonment, and thence to a place of execution where you will be hanged by the neck until you are dead. Your body will be buried within the precincts of the prison from which you are taken, and may the Lord have mercy on your soul.
Mary Eleanor Piercy left a letter absolving Frank Hogg of any complicity in the murder of his wife and baby daughter. Mary herself, however, never admitted to the crime. Whatever else she knew, whatever else might have happened on that grim Victorian evening, went with her to the grave.